Guys, let's jump in and see what wants to come through for today. I hope you all are doing well. And just a friendly reminder that I do offer personal readings. So if you're interested in getting one of those with me, you can find all of the information you need to book with me in the description box below. All right, let's get started. Woo! Love when that happens. Okay, I have the intuitive. I am tuned into the energy of those I care about. Okay, so it looks like you are a very kind, compassionate person at this time, and you are very tuned into the energies around you and the people around you, and you're able to express that in kind, compassionate ways. Doesn't mean that it's always easy. It can be a very emotional thing, and we can take on a lot of people's, emotions and energies inadvertently. But I will be a kind, compassionate person, highly intuitive any day. So good job on this. It sounds like, you're just very tuned into those around you that you love and care about in situations, and you're really following your intuition at this time. Let's keep going. I have Thanatos coming out here. Okay. So there is an energy of things just kind of being a little bit tough around you, maybe. Okay. With the Thanatos energy, it's kind of like an energy where things are just kind of maybe even tense, a little bit boiling to the surface. And maybe you are tuning into some of those more challenging energies that are around you. And you might be finding it a little bit hard to deal with. Or maybe you're dealing with, like say a friend group or family or something, and they're, having a little bit of difficulty with each other, and so they may be coming into, with you and bringing that situation into you and just kind of asking you to sort things out. You may be just kind of intuitively tuning into this situation as well, where, these emotions might be taking a toll on you. Okay. Let's go further into this reading, and then I'll be able to get a little bit more detail about what exactly is happening here. I have walking clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Okay, so this is asking you to say that the energies are a bit tough right now. They're a bit trying. You might be picking up on energies that do not belong to you, and it's saying that you need to kind of calm the nervous system down. Even though these energies may not exactly be our own, or they could be in situations that we're dealing with. It's saying that either way, the only way to kind of deal with this is to kind of take a step back and get grounded, so that you can kind of calm some of these energies down, calm the nervous system down, so that things will begin to settle down within you, and you'll be able to see things more clearly. Okay, sometimes our intuition gets a bit blocked when we have a lot going on and we're emotionally charged, or we've got a lot going on around us, and so we can really struggle to see things clearly. Okay, so our intuition gets a little bit blocked in those scenarios, so you might be dealing with exactly what is happening right now. With what I'm kind of suggesting here is that there might be a little bit of chaos going on around you or within your world right now, and it may be blocking a little bit of your intuition. Okay, or you may be mistaking other people's emotions with yours. Okay, I have seeking guidance in this. It is time for a different perspective. Okay, so again, when things are a bit chaotic, a bit charged up, that intuition is going to shut down, and it's going to become blocked because we're going to be a bit invested in the situation and what exactly is taking place, and we're not exactly going to see things clearly like we should or could, and exactly on how the situation's going, what's actually happening here, and what we should do about it. Okay, so it sounds like you really need to take time to disengage from a really tense situation, and disengage and really go into a bit of a protective bubble if you're able to. The best way that you're able to remove yourself from the situation and find time alone, so that you can get grounded and get rebalanced and recentered, so that things can calm down in your heart and your mind, and you can begin to hear your intuition and find those answers that you're seeking. Okay, I can see that you're looking for some answers. You may be even putting out prayers for some advice on what's the next steps, what should I do regarding this, what's the right decision. But we can put the prayers out there and ask for that divine assistance to come in. But if we're not in a place where we're allowing ourselves to get very grounded and kind of calm, those answers really can't be heard. Okay, so our intuition is trying to give us messages, trying to give us the answers, but we're inadvertently blocking it because we're a little bit too engaged in the situation. Okay, so the best you can, maybe remove yourself from the situation in a way or in ways that will allow you to seek some quiet time, so that you can then get clear on what your steps are to be next. Let's take a look at the overall energy and then I'll get a better idea on the situation here. I have the Chariot and the Emperor. Okay. So it looks like, you're looking at finding answers in regards to, well, where do I go next? With the Emperor coming out and the Chariot, it's saying, I'm going to take charge of my life and I want to go in a certain direction, but I don't exactly know where to go. Okay. So when we're not knowing exactly where to go with the Chariot energy, it can be an energy of just kind of taking off, right? Finding victory and, charging ahead. But if you are inadvertently kind of blocked, you're going to be like, oh, go this way, oh, go that way, oh, go this way. And you inadvertently keep yourself stuck. You're basically spinning tires, okay? So even though you have the, strength and the courage and the will to, go forward and, move forward in whatever, case this is in your situation, you're getting a little bit of conflicted energy. And so you're kind of just spinning tires and not really going anywhere, even though you have the energy behind you to take control of your life, take the next steps. You're just kind of standing still here, okay? Let's take a look at the recent past and just kind of get an idea of, kind of what got the situation here where it is. Recent past. With the recent past, I have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Again, this doesn't surprise me. Whatever is happening here, whether it is a situation that you are directly involved in or a situation that is playing out in people that are very close to you, this is, an energy that is extremely hard to deal with. And so this can cause a lot of anxiety within us because we're desperately trying to find a solution. Our number one thing to go to as human beings is to think, 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 think. Think it through, think of a solution, think of what to do next. But all of this thinking gets us into the Nine of Swords energy. And this can be an energy where you're very, you might even be having a lot of anxiety, a lot of sleepless nights. You may be overthinking this particular situation day and night. And it may even be evoking a little bit of panic attacks in you. Whatever way is manifesting, it's keeping you stuck and it is blocking your intuition from guiding you on the next steps to take forward. Okay. So you need to calm the mind, calm the nervous system down so that things can become more clear to you. And the next steps that you need to take action on will become very, very obvious to you, okay? Let's take a look at the present energy and see, where you're at here in the present, okay? There we go. Okay, I have the Knight of Swords coming out here in your present energy, okay? So this is telling me that, you're needing to rise above the fray, okay? So, the Knight of Swords is a card of action. He's ready to go. He's like, yeah, I want this. I know what I want to do. I want to move forward. I've got all these plans. But then he kind of like gets himself kind of in this like, I don't even know what to do, which it kind of sounds like you're a little bit here, okay? So that's not a big deal here. These energies don't seem too intense to me, okay? So it doesn't seem like anything's too crazy to worry about too much here. But what it's asking you to do is rise above the fray. See the bigger picture here, okay? You need to get out of whatever chaos this is, whether it's something external to you or in your world directly, in order to rise above it and see the bigger picture and then know when to take action, okay? So once you're able to do that, you're going to become very clear on the next action steps. And it looks like the drive for you to want to move forward is already here, okay? So that's usually half the battle, is just beating that feeling of inertia and allowing that anxiety to kind of, debilitate you in a way that you're not even willing to take action. So it looks like you're already got half the battle won here, where you're willing to take an action, you're ready to take action. Your mind is just playing a little bit of tricks on you, okay? So no big deal, you can do this. Let's take a look at the near future for you. Near future. For the near future, I have the moon. Okay, so maybe things are going to get a little bit more confusing for you. Sorry, I mean, I'm trying to give you some hope here. Okay, let's put a positive spin on this read here. But anyway, with the moon coming in, there's a new energy coming in with the full moon in Aquarius that is going to clear out a lot of our old kind of junk. Okay, a lot of that stuff that we maybe have stored away from previous experiences that we've been through, especially when you're in this energy here, where it looks like you've already exited out of some challenging situation or situations, however long ago that was. But this is a moon where it's going to start to kind of bring up those little things to the surface that can wreak a little bit of havoc on the mind, make you overthink, make you get really nervous because you don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to move in a direction or make a decision that is going to make you repeat the, past that was probably already a nightmare to get beyond. And so now that you're on the other side of those challenges and obstacles in your life, you're like, I just don't want to repeat it. Okay. So, with the moon energy, it's just saying that the emotions kind of get a little bit foggy, a little bit unclear, and And again, when those thoughts are starting to kind of go wild because the energies are intense within you and you're not calm enough to see things very clearly, to know what direction to go, it can be very confusing. There can be some illusions coming up. There can be some fears coming up with the moon energy. It's a lot of stuff that's just kind of stored in our subconscious. It's like that closet or garage that you're just kind of like, oh, wow, I had all that in there. And then one day you finally think, it's clean and everything. And then you go in there and you're like, oh, wow, okay, I need to get rid of some stuff here. Okay, there's some stuff I didn't realize was in here that I clearly don't need. I need to unpack. Okay, so this may be what's happening here, is that once we are in a period of transition out of trying situations in our life or other things in our life that have create change in our life, these little things can bubble to the surface so that it can catch our attention so that we can then process it and get rid of it. Okay, we just don't need that excess baggage along for the ride into the future. And so again, we want to move beyond these fears, move beyond these illusions, and move beyond these things so that we don't get scared of the past repeating itself. Okay, you need to have confidence in the fact that you've learned from the past, and so you're not going to repeat those mistakes. And even if by chance you find yourself in situations that are somewhat similar, you're already strong enough from these previous cycles, these previous lessons, to know exactly what to do and to have the courage to know that you can do these things. Okay, so you're just going to have to be willing to pivot in life. Okay, flow with it. All right, let's take a look at some advice for you. For the advice, I have the Lovers. Okay, so whatever this is calling for, it's a very significant choice point that is in your life presenting itself to you at this time. Okay, this may be a choice point of choosing a relationship. You may be choosing to leave a relationship, whether that is familial, whether it's a coworker, whether it's friends, or whether it is a partner or a significant person in your life. Whatever this is, it is a choice point that has to do with the heart, the soul. It has to be something that, feels good to you. This may be a decision to either exit out completely and close out that cycle with that soulmate, or it may be that you're looking to get into a new situation and you're a little bit fearing the past repeating itself. And so you're just kind of not making the decision at all, even though you're able to take action and you're confident in that ability to take action. You're getting yourself stuck and spinning your wheels because you're getting yourself a bit confused and buying into a little bit of fear, anxiety, and illusion at this time. Okay, so the advice here is follow your heart. You know the right decision. Deep down inside, you already know what you want to do. So know that you're capable of being able to pivot and have, take care of any obstacles or challenges that present itself to you in the future. You've got this, okay? So make the decision that feels best to you in your heart. Okay, you can never really go wrong when you follow your heart, because at the end of the day, love and the opportunity of experiencing it is really worth it. Okay. All right, let's take a look at what's hidden here. If there's something you don't see that might be helpful to you. Okay, I have the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Okay, so this advice is saying follow your heart. You already know what you want to take action on. You're just allowing a little bit of the fear to kick in and create a little bit of anxiety in you, and it's creating a little bit of analysis paralysis, and you're just not taking action. Okay, even though you clearly know which action you want to take, you know what choice you want to make, and this is saying that make it. Make that decision you already know, because it's going to be successful. You will be victorious. Okay, have confidence in knowing that you can do this. Put that decision out there and make it and see it through. You will succeed. Okay, the Six of Wands is a card of victory, and the Page of Pentacles is an offer of saying, hey, I'm going to make that decision and I'm going to express it and actually take action on it. Okay, let's take a look at what you don't see coming in the coming weeks. It looks amazing. Don't let fear and anxiety get in your way. Okay, sometimes the mind, it plays tricks on us, and it can really keep us held back from having our true happiness and joy in life, because we buy into the fears. Don't buy into the fears. Okay, I have the Page of Wands coming out here. And again, in the coming weeks, this is just saying, you're going to have that little bit of energy back in. Okay, this is a very playful new energy of saying you're going to get that spark in you. You're going to get feeling good. And once you make this decision and you take action on it, you're going to start to regain that sense of confidence, because it's going to turn out really well. It's going to turn out positive for you. Okay, so then you're going to get into this energy of like, yes, Okay. I made the right decision. I've got this. I can do this. Okay. I can do hard things. Okay. So this is a really beautiful energy to be in the coming weeks. I have the world card at the bottom of the deck here. And this is just, again, indicative that you've closed out some massive cycles in your life. So I can see why you're in a state of being a little bit in fear of what's to come in the future. And you're a little bit fearful of making these new decisions that are going to be very significant in your life and possibly life changing. But just keep in mind that this can actually be for the better. So make that decision you know you can make. Do it with love and confidence. Get out of your head and into your heart, and good things will play out for you, okay? So I hope you found this reading to be helpful. And until I see you again, take care.